Live, right. Now, I need to let everybody know that I've gone live somewhere else. Hey. It's supposed to be intuitive, simple and intuitive, but it's not simple and intuitive. I suppose it's my own fault. You wouldn't get this with StreamYard, would you? Right. Stream, the MoDXtra Games and Collectibles stream, a little bit of an uplift. An absolute gent, who I thank once again for coming and joining. That one sounds fine. Right, come on. Where's the new stream? Right, Jono's here. Tell me, Jono, am I working? Do I sound shit? What's the script? Is it still hissing? Oh, God, now I've got an advert. Well, I suppose that's like a 10% in my pocket. No, it's still doing it! That one sounds fine. Right, come on. Where's the new stream? Right, Jono's here. Tell me, Jono, is that... Right, where's that coming from? Where is that coming from? Right, there's no mic on that camera. I've turned the headphones off with the mic on that. That webcam's not plugged in because it's plugged into my work laptop. So where is it coming from? Yes, thank you, Curtis. Where is it coming from? Hey. Right, let me have a think. What could it be? In my audio mixer, I've turned off those two. That one, the only one that's showing anything is this microphone here. Properties. Yes, on the wavelength. So, stream mix, no additional output devices. No output monitor. What's going on now? Right, now I'm definitely echoing. Yeah, well, possibly, but there shouldn't be any other microphones plugged in other than the one that's actually in the laptop itself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm plugged in all the way. Let me get round the back a minute. Ooh. Right. Which one actually is my microphone? Be handy if I knew which one was the actual microphone. Is it that one? Right, it's that one. Let's pull that. Yeah, I've just had the Lone Dragon. Yeah, I know my little tech support troubleshooting routine. Right, dial function. Right, so if I change that, yeah, cardioid should just be here in the cone. It's obviously got something to do. It got better for half a second. Well, half a second of quality content's better than nothing at all, isn't it? It's obviously got something to do with... Hi, Rum. I'm having a few technical issues right now, my friend. Mic auxiliary. One. It's obviously got something to do with the update that I did. Yeah. The audio was working alright on Rum's stream last night. Stream, audio. Let's have a look. No, don't want any of that stuff. No, Bobby, great suggestion, but I do not. No, I don't. OBS, online broadcast system. I updated it to 30.2.2 just yesterday or the day before, but I've not used it since I updated it. I'm in the right profile, I'm in my YouTube profile. It just seems a coincidence to me that I've updated the thing and now this is happening. But what I can't track down is where the source of the hiss is. Maybe if I just go, if I change to this, okay. Yeah, the problem is it probably needs the...
famous legends! Heroes and villains prepare to battle with super powerful heroes!
Have I got a map? Ooh. But what I can't track down is where the source of the hiss is. Do I need to restart the OBS? Right, do we go for third time's the charm? Yeah, so I wonder if I just... I'm going to see whether I can just leave the stream open, but just me disappear for a minute. Right, let's see if I can come back. Does it let me come back? Got my fingers crossed. Has it let me come back? And has my audio sorted its shitty situation out? Right. No! Right, let's see if I can... I'm at a complete and total loss, folks. Yeah, I've changed all the inputs and outputs and settings I can think of. I've made sure every other potential mic input is gone. I've turned my gain down, but I don't think it is the gain, because even if I mute myself, which I am now, I'm muted, you guys shouldn't be able to hear me right now. I've made sure every other potential mic input is so I should be on mute right now. You can hear me while I'm muted. I don't think it is the game, because even you can hear me while I'm muted. Right. Why can you hear me while I'm muted? Look. Should be muted. Alright, if I get rid of that, do I still sound like I'm as close or far away or whatever? Look, it's on red. Piece of shit. Elgato. Yeah, there's a second mic, isn't there? There must be, if you're still hearing me while I'm muted. No, I don't, right. But there's no, where's the input getting into the mix? Because I've only got one input in here. Output volume, blah 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 blah, audio enhancements. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I've just changed the input device. I don't understand why it keeps trying to connect to my headphones though. Oh, Will's just retracted. Your input is the laptop's mic. Well, that may well be the case, Venom. I'm not I'm not disputing that at all. But I'm looking at my audio management system. I've got in my mixer right now, the only input that is actually happening. The only input that's actually happening is this one. It's the only one that's active, got a tick next to it in the menu. And then in my audio mixer in my online broadcast system, it's only showing one mic coming in. So I don't understand why it's picking up a second microphone from somewhere. Conceptually, it makes no sense. Yeah, let's have a look in my Windows sound settings. Well, this is, I'm sure this is, yeah, I've tried that then. I've already done an unplug and a plug back in. Alert box. Monitor off, monitor off, monitor off. Monitoring output, monitor off, monitor off. It's a wireless headphone, but I've disconnected it. It's been disconnected. Yeah. What's this one down here? Who are you? And why are you active? Mic aux should be active. That should be active. That definitely should be active. That should be. Hang on. I think I found one in the menu. Oh god, now I've got to sit through the freaking advert. Mike. Hang on. I think I found one in the menu. Oh god, now I've got to sit through the freaking. Right. Fourth time's the charm. I'm going to go out and back in one more time. I've just turned off a thing I've just found in the audio menu that was active that I don't think should have been. I've just deleted it, removed it entirely. Let me make sure it's been removed from this one as well. Yeah, been removed from that one as well. So here we go. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go funny for a second. I'll be back imminently. All right then. Well, let's full time the charm. Let's keep fingers crossed. Settings, system, still poor audio, fuck a dog, sound, input, Elgato, wavelength. I've had three different. Chris, you want the good news or the bad news? Let's start with the bad news, please, Jono. Alright, YouTube, stop pecking me head. I'm getting notifications now. Right, so yeah, the input device in my Windows sound set, it's like a Red Dwarf episode, is definitely this microphone. Definitely this microphone. Me testing microphone, little doobly watts, it's going up and down. That is all active. Then in my app for the microphone, the only device it's showing is this, the Elgato Wave 1. Okay, I've muted myself on the Elgato Wave 1 now. And now I have unmuted myself. So let's try and plug the mic, then read the device used as input in your system. So if you can hear me still. You can hear me even when I'm muted. Even when I'm muted, you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Hear me now! Can you hear me now? I sound the same with it muted. Can you hear me now? Unmuted. Little squiggly green lines go up and down. Everybody's dead, Dave. Muted. Gone. Unmuted. Back. It really is a farce, isn't it? It is like an episode of fucking Red Dwarf. I just need Holly. Would be a laugh, innit? No change, weird. Okay. Right, that's me coming out of the speakers over there. That's me still coming out of the speakers over there. It does, it just turns off the green squiggly lines. Right, hang on, let's change that to that. No additional output devices. I'm still coming through that speaker though for some reason. Where am I now? I'm still coming out the speaker on. I'm now coming out the speaker on the monitor. Fucking hell. Right. No, that should have turned it off and it didn't. Come on. Yes! Yes! It's obviously got something to do with this update, hasn't it? Right. Now I can hear myself coming back through the bloody speaker. But it's not hissing for me. I've got fine sound. I just want to turn off the monitor mix. Turn off the fucking monitor mix. Right. Use default output device if available. Settings. Output. Try that one. Does that make a difference? No, that makes no difference. I'm embarrassed. I'm actually legit embarrassed. You guys have sat through nearly 40 minutes of me fucking about with this. What day are we on? Tuesday. God, I spent ages setting up all my pictures. Yeah, it will be very accurate, it will, because I'm coming out of my, what it won't let me turn off is the monitor mix. I don't understand why. You didn't miss nothing, Connor. You missed a shambolic demonstration of an incapable. Right, no additional output device. If I switch to that, I shouldn't be hearing myself now. Why am I still hearing myself? This thing is fucked. Way better than a Black Series test stream. I want to turn off the monitor, but every time I try and switch the monitor mix off, it's not responding. I can put myself in that speaker over there, or I can put myself in that speaker over there. Is the hiss still there? Holy cow. Right, I'll turn the monitor. Why is that still... Iron it out live now, yeah. I tell you, if anyone watches the video on demand, they'll be like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching right now? Why can't I turn that off over there now? That's doing it. Wavelink. What? See what I've done? I should have noted the changes, all the different things that I've clicked off and clicked on and turned off and turned on, so that I can keep a track of, because now I've completely lost track of which settings I've changed where. What I don't understand is why it won't turn that off. So if I mute myself now, I'm cut off. I can't hear myself and nothing's coming out the speaker. Can you guys hear me if I turn this off? Wait for the time delay, then bring myself back on. What's that? I don't want to be monitoring myself. Why can't I turn the monitor mix off? It is fucking doing my head in. I'm just clicking. It sounds perfect now. Don't touch anything, Chris, that's much better. What's with the echo? I know! Yeah, thanks to me. I'm very well aware. I'm trying to figure out. We've done what is approximately 40 minutes of troubleshooting with chat's input. Right. Ooh. What's the script with that? I managed to turn the monitor off. The echo's gone. Should be gone.
Let me see what I can do.
Oh, come on.
What? Talentless? Well...
Yeah, thanks to me. I'm very well aware. I'm trying to figure out. We've done what is approximately 40 minutes of troubleshooting with chat's input. Right. Ooh. No, it's still hissing. Still fucking hissing.
The echo's gone.
Should be gone.
Let me see what I can do. What?
It did go right, just for a second. The echo blocked out the hissing. Okay, folks, this is what I'm going to propose, because it's already like creeping up on 11:15 and we've made no progress whatsoever. I am going to knock the stream on the head for tonight, go away and, like, in a more systematic, structured approach, troubleshoot my way through it. And try and do the stream proper with everything back the way it was, hopefully, previously, tomorrow night. How's that sound? Oh no, I can't do it tomorrow night! Oh fuck! It does sound better now. Yeah, but it's still hissing. Where's the hissing coming from? Why is my shit hissing? It does sound better now. Yeah, but it's still hissing. Where's the hissing coming from? Is this software update? I'm sure it's got something to do with OBS and this software update. Let's turn that one off. Turn that one off. All the inputs except for this microphone are turned off right now. Once a man. Yeah, well, that's Mr. B. That's where I'm coming down on that. Maybe there's something wrong with the connection, and it's to do with the lead. But I've done an unplug and a plug back in, and checked it. Are we back now? Is it back? Come on. Hello. Hello. Right. Yeah, there's something with the mic, isn't there, as well, because the mute's not working. But when I press the mute, the input stops. So my audio, is there a waterfall outside your window? No. It says it's muted right now. Everything's stopped. Everything's down. But then if I press that to come back on, all my squiggly doobly doos start going squiggly doobly doo again. Messing with the cable did something. Right, it's the lead, innit? Fuck my lead up.
You need to have this.
Every time I try and go in to hear myself.
If you're still in school or at a job, chances are you do a lot of...
Is there a waterfall outside? No. It says it's muted right now. Everything's stopped. Everything's down. But then if I press that to come back on, all my squiggly doobly doos start going squiggly doobly doo again. I'm at a loss. Messing with the cable did something. Right, it's the lead, innit? Fuck my lead up. Yeah, it's still hissing. Other than the hiss, you sound fine. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Mr. B. I appreciate that. But you know what? What's happened now, though, is like my head's not in the game. It stressed me out. It's stressed me out and it's pissed me off. Which is then sort of taking me off my swing's not there now. I feel all like fucked off about it and aggravated, which is affecting my ability to be entertaining now. Because I just want to go... Sounds perfect for you on TV. God, don't throw another variable in the mix, Connor. That's the last thing I need. Every now and again it's sorting itself out, so what is going on? Right, hang on. Lead. I can't unplug the camera, but what I can do... That's me, external hard drive. Next week then you tried your best. You're finding it entertaining, Mr. B. Well, I'm glad you found it entertaining, I suppose. It was my shambolic mank. Right, what I've done is I've unplugged the mic from the USB hub at the back and plugged it directly into the laptop now. That's the next bit I've tried. Let me just turn the ads off so you guys don't get any ads. No, that's not made a difference either, is it? Still hissing. Shambolic mank. Right, what I've done is I've unplugged the mic from the USB hub. Okay. Don't forget to like the stream. Thanks, Marvel. I appreciate that. If you, sorry, folks. My sincerest apologies. Obviously, technical difficulties are getting in the way. It is now. You could still hear me when I unplug the mic. So if I unplug this microphone now. Are you now still receiving me? Can I be heard at this moment in time? Because if I am, then there's something seriously pear-shaped. But there's no more microphone inputs active. I've deactivated all the microphone inputs. Every single one of them. And the audio mixer, you can still hear me right now. The audio mixer is telling me that there's no other inputs. You can hear me well better now. Oh my fucking H Christ. Well, that's just my that's just me all over, isn't it? mixer is telling me that there's no other inputs. You can hear me better now. Oh my fucking H Christ.
So what's got a mic on it that's coming into this? I need a beer. Just the mic that's working. Yeah, but I don't know where that mic is. But you can still that is the microphone unplugged right now. That is an unplugged microphone. So where are you hearing me from? It's not physically possible. It's not possible. Right. Is that off? Right, yeah, I've just turned it on. So that's off. It's not that. Headset is switched off. Yeah, there's another input somewhere, isn't there? My camera does not have a mic. The phone input is off. My work webcam is unplugged. Yeah, okay. I'm clicking right next to the laptop. Oh, slowly. And then it can't be the webcam, because the webcam is also unplugged. Disable your laptop mic from the keyboard. I don't know how to do that, Venom. You'll have to instruct me as to what the shortcut is to do that, if you'd be so kind. I'm definitely going to have a toke on this. Sound. I think it's the laptop. Okay. Well, it will be the laptop now, won't it? Because this isn't plugged in. Yeah, the camera doesn't have a mic. There's no mic on the camera. Yeah, I've got the virtual cam on my phone. Does my laptop have an FN key? Yeah, it does. Do I press it? Yeah, you can hear the clicking, but you can definitely hear the clicking because you're getting right, FN F4. You trolling me, Eric? That just made my screen go black. Yeah, go to the mic tab. Right click. Open the sound settings. Yeah, but you will be hearing the clicking because this is the laptop mic you're hearing me through right now. So let's try plugging this back in. Right click, sound icon, sound, mic tab, my sound devices, wavelength browser, wavelength, video, speakers, input devices, here we go. Let's disable that one. Yeah, I can see what's active, and it's the Elgato Wave 1, and then the microphone array in my laptop, which I'm just disabling now. I've disabled the Droid Cam phone one. Best stream ever. No hiss, but very quiet. Okay, yeah, but that's because I turned my gain down before. So if I turn that up a bit, is that better? Can you hear me better now? Turn it up a bit more. Can you hear me now? Turn up the gain. Turn up the gain. Turn up the gain. Turn up the gain. I'm going. I'm turning it one notch at a time. A bit more. Are we there? There we go. Hallelujah. Bang on now. There you go. So it was there we are. If I should have just followed all your advice 45 minutes ago and disabled the fucking laptop microphone. But that was originally disabled. I had all that switched off. Not on the it does go up to 11. Not on the on my Windows sound settings, but it was disabled on the online broadcast system on my OBS software. So somehow online, since I did the software update, it was picking that up. Okay, I'm just gonna have a hey Frostbite, you okay? Right, I'm just gonna. But that was originally disabled. I had all that. Yeah, okay. I'm back, folks. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's just pull a. Who gives a shit about work tomorrow? Okay, everyone. Well, welcome to tonight's live stream. It's time to. Oh no! The sound's disabled. Fuck my life. Right, hopefully we'll go pear-shaped if I reactivate all these now. Let's try that again. It's time to...
Listen to your friend Chris.
I don't know, did you hear that? I didn't hear that. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Okay, well the plan was... See, I'm even more stressed out because the next plan was to try out another little poll thing. So I've got a couple of pre-orders, new release announcements, and you heard it. Okay, I didn't hear it, but that's fine. That's probably because I've disabled the laptop speakers and everything. So what I want to try and do, but now this could be problem number 2. Is just do a kick it old school, just ride through a couple of pre-orders, and then answer the question: purchase or Pegwarmer? Is it a buy? Is it something you'll buy, or is it something that you would rather leave on the peg, warming the shelf in your local Target or whatever? And I think I've managed to. So we're going to test it now, and then if it doesn't work, I'm just turning it off and ignoring it. I think I've managed to set it up so that as we are discussing the items. Let me start the poll, put poll visibility. You should be able to type !vote and then whatever I've assigned as the purchase or Pegwarmer vote, which you should be able to see at the bottom of the screen now. And we can see what the final result for each item is. So if you would all be so kind as to type !vote and then just put yes or no. !vote space yes or !vote space no, and let's see if the poll updates and we'll receive your information from the chat and update on screen. If it doesn't, I'll just switch it off and we'll just talk about it and you can just fire it into chat for me. If it does, there you go, Connor's got it. There you go. !vote space, then yes or no, you comedians. There you go. 3 votes in. Yeah, that's working. Brilliant. Perfect. Mark that as complete. There we go. Right. So Next question, at the bottom of the screen where it's got the little box that tells you what the voting options are, is that big enough for you guys? Can you see that to read what the 2 voting options are? Or will I need to make that a little bit bigger on screen? Okay, let's give it a go then. So I'm going to start with some Marvel Legends. I was waiting to talk about these a little while, actually, because I was hoping Dan Young might put the proper promo pictures out. Yeah, I can make the box bigger, John, no worries. Waiting for Dan Young to put the proper promo pictures out, but then they never turned up, and so I just went into their stream and screen capped them directly off the thing. So the first one to talk about is the Quicksilver figure. You guys know I'm X-Men, Marvel Legends, that's my thing. How's that? It's not small, it's average. So yeah, you guys know that the vast majority of my Marvel Legends collecting is X-Men focused, largely speaking. So Quicksilver caught my eye. So Venom, everyone, because I've tried to be clever, take a look. You'll see the voting options are next to it. So it'll say purchase, exclamation vote Quicksilver. If it's a no, if it's Pegwarmer, it's exclamation vote slow silver. So you need to, yeah, that's it. So yeah, this caught my eye because I'm an X-Men guy. I'm kind of on the fence though. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm particularly happy about the. Yeah, okay. I need to just stick to yes or no. You guys conceptually not quite getting it. Yeah, that's it exactly, Bobby. I was. They've given us a Quicksilver, but it's in the green outfit. You know what I mean? But I do feel like my Scarlet Witch needs a friend. You know what I mean? There you go. You're all getting it now. I do feel like my Scarlet Witch needs a friend, but I'm not sure. You don't know about... Yeah, well, they're not antenna. They look like antenna, but they're little flicks of hair, aren't they, is what they're supposed to be. These little flicks of hair. And also, he suffers from that same problem I'm often complaining about when it comes to Marvel Legends, in that it's the painted book issue. You know what I mean? It's just a body. They painted on his lightning bolts. They painted on his boots. They painted on his gloves. So there's no texture or depth to the figure. And they have recently been getting a little bit better at... okay, profit. Exclamation vote, space, Quicksilver, if you're saying purchase. Yeah, so the green outfit was his Avengers gear, and I'd want a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, the blue, yeah. But in the absence of the blue, right now I'm like, well, do I wait and see? Yeah, so Eric's saying there, they will repaint in blue at some point for sure. But how long do I wait? You know what I mean? The FOMO, I suffer from the FOMO so bad. It really makes me want to jump in on it. But I don't know. Your brain can only take yes or no. Well, I welcome the feedback, Venom. I will make sure next time I use this, I'll just make it yes or no, or purchase and Pegwarmer. I've obviously tried to be too clever. But in the box, at the base of Quicksilver now, it says next to each voting option, in the brackets, it tells you what to type to choose your option. So we'll see if we can manage our way through it. But in the future, I'll make sure it's just yes or no. Yeah, and do you know what, Venom, as well? So Venom's just pointed out there the... it's not included the running hands, but in typical Marvel Legends fashion as well, just to really stick it in. The artwork on the card has got the running hands. They did this with Cable. What was it with Cable that did my nutting? Oh yeah, so he's got the sleeveless arms on the card art from the comic book, but then they've got the sleeved arms from the Capcom game in the figure itself. It's so frustrating when they do stupid stuff like that. Jono's agreeing with me there. Yeah, pretty meh. No detail on the figure's body at all. Yeah, and they're getting better at that. So if you look at, I've not got Warbird in hand yet, and she's been delayed over here in the UK. So I noticed it's been pushed back into September. But they've started getting the occasional bit of textural detail, even if it's just a lycra suit. They're putting a few creases and pulls at key points on the figure, and this guy's just paint up a book, stick a Quicksilver head on it, and move on. Okay, well we managed to get 4 votes in. It looks like the consensus, if I complete the poll, is that we had everyone saying Pegwarmer. Slow Silver was the most voted option of the poll with 100% of the votes. All right, so yeah, Pegwarmer then. Yeah, the swivel waists, and especially with a character like this that's a runner that you'd want to pose in a, in a sort of waisty-turny runny pose, not having the ball joint, having the swivel, it just looks stupid. If I grab my, I really don't like it, and I understand why. The point's been made before that the line's gone on so long with that swivel waist now that you would turn everyone's collection into a, you would make everybody's collection look strange if you had a couple of figures in one and not in the other. But it's still annoying. It's still annoying. Lone Dragon there saying, no worse than Siren not coming with a screaming head. She can't even fly. Running hands and punching hands. Yeah, well, he's got punching hands. I don't know if you can see them there in the picture, but the fact that he's not got his open palm running hands is an egregious oversight by the Marvel Legends team there. Yeah, the diaphragm joint. I prefer the diaphragm joint as well. All right, well, it looks like Quicksilver's a loser. Let's talk about the next one, which is the Punisher and Bushwacker 2-pack. So this is an interesting one. This is a curious one. So I've wanted a Punisher for a while. I tried to get my hands on one of the older releases a while ago. It was going for a bit too much money on the secondary market for my tastes. So I didn't go for it. So Punisher's come along. It's a curious one. This isn't my Punisher necessarily, but I do like the look of the fig. But to throw it in a double pack with an obscure villain that nobody really, except for hardcore Punisher fans, nobody really gives a shit about, is a classic Hasbro Marvel Legends move. But there's a lot to like in here. I mean, the Punisher figure himself looks badass. Love the head sculpt. He's got his headband on, the 5 o'clock shadow, the head swap as well. I think I've got the head swap in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. The head swap too, the screaming head swap. Loaded up with guns. The hand grenades look great as well. That looks like you can clip to his belt and stuff. Got a wealth of weapons and accessories, a little hand grenade explodey effect in it. So lots to love, but just the fact that it's gone in a double pack with Bushwacker. So it's very, very frustrating. What is it? Somebody calls it online hostage packs, holding your hostage, So where are we up to now? We got 1 vote for punished by, but 2 votes for punished. It's not proving very popular, this one. Frostbite there says, I've never seen that villain before. Yeah, Lenny, I know of the character. But it wasn't a villain of Punishers that I particularly, at the time I was reading Punisher, I didn't particularly follow. And then I kind of came back to Punisher later on when Garth Ennis started writing a lot of Punisher stuff, and he didn't appear, to my knowledge, in any of the Garth Ennis Punisher run. But look at that, it looks badass. I know the classicists would want the white belt and the white boots on him, but yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, vote no more 2-packs with one essential character and one schlub no one wants. Yeah, absolutely. So, but the thing is, I've said this before, so apologies for those who've heard me making this argument before. So, there's an accountant somewhere in Hasbro who's managing a spreadsheet that says these double packs are a way to make more money. But are they? Because when I think about the Wolverine 50th anniversary stuff, I'd have bought a Sabretooth, I'd have bought a Lilandra, and I probably would have bought the Quanon Assassin Psylocke as individual figures. As an X-Men guy, 90s X-Men fan, would have been all over that. But they put Lilandra in with that Wolverine Brood thing. No interest in that at all. They put the Psylocke in with a Wolverine that looks like he's performing at the Cirque du Soleil in a leotard. And then they put the Sabretooth in with a civilian clothing Wolverine. Now, I went for the Sabretooth and civilian clothing Wolverine because at least I can sort of pass the civilian clothing Wolverine in the collection. But I definitely had no interest in the Brood and definitely had no interest in the, the circus performer Wolverine. And so they would have had at 25 quid a figure, they'd have had 75 quid out of me. But instead, I went, no, I'm not having a Lilandra, fuck that. No, I'm not having the Quanon Psylocke, fuck that. And they only got 50 quid out of me. So they made less sales out of me, who, and I would argue I'm their target demo, who you'd want to make your packages attractive for, surely. The only one that I felt was excusable was the the Grey Hulk and the Mr. Fix-It and Patch Wolverine, because it was replicating that cover. So yeah, these hostage 2-packs are getting to be a bit of a joke. The Iron Fist Luke Cage, fine, perfect, get it. That's a 2-pack that adds up to me in my head. But this one doesn't, because that Bushwacker, I mean, it just looks like he's got a load of penises for fingers. I'm just trying to scan the chat and see what people are talking about. Frostbite's liking the look of the figure. Great Punisher figure. Yeah, I agree. I think the Punisher looks awesome. But the Bushwacker is frustratingly, unless you are an absolute hardcore Punisher fan, reading Punisher during that period in the late 80s, early 90s, you'd have no interest in Bushwacker. No interest. And if they were going to throw in a schlubby villain, at least make one that would be a little bit head-turning or slightly interesting. You know what I mean? Let's see what else. Jono, hostage packs is a great term for this bollocks. Yeah, I can't take credit for that. I've heard it or seen it typed on a social post somewhere, and co-opted it. Yeah, Connor likes that as well. Hostage packs. Is that the same arm as the recent random? No, I don't think it is. I've got random, and I don't believe it is. Actually, maybe. Can I get to random? No, I can't. He's in the rear box. He's in the back box, not the front box. Yeah, he's not out on the shelf either. I'll check for you, Eric, but I don't think it is. Yeah, could care less about that other guy. Looks gross, but what can you do? It's a hostage pack. Yeah. Punisher looks great, says Wilfredo, but sell the Bushwacker. Yeah, the thing is, would there be that idea of buying a hostage pack and then passing along the figure in it you don't want? How much demand is there out there for the figure? I suppose at least, if anything, let's just find the Bushwacker picture here. At least, if anything, it's it's dude in jeans with a blue shirt, so you could maybe, you could maybe sort of justify and find a way forward with that that's like, a bit of kit bash fodder, at least. You'd have to do something with that weird finger gun and the arm. Has he only got the arm, actually, now that I think about it? Has he only got the arm gun? Yeah, he's only got the arm gun and the finger gun. Oh, no, there's hand swaps. So, yeah, you could maybe use him, head swap it into a street thug or something. At least at least it's got, street clothes, generic civilian, whatever kind of possibilities around it. Yeah, but I mean that picture, that shooting the galaxy picture there, that, with the way you can attach the grenades all over him and stuff, I like the look of that. Hard pass. Bet there's an upcharge too. Does it cost more or less than 2 figures separately? Well, that's the other thing. Neither of these, Quicksilver or the Punisher Bushwacker 2-pack, have gone up for a pre-order yet. So we haven't had any of the particulars at this point. But yeah, there have been. I think my Iron Fist Luke Cage there was 55, and if they were 2 individual characters, it'd be more like 50. So about £5, which is what, about $7 over in North America. Oh, Lone Dragon, your Wolverine Sabretooth still on pre-order. The Sabretooth's good, actually. To be fair, I do like that Sabretooth figure. I don't end up reviewing everything that I buy because sometimes I don't find the time, or sometimes I think, well, there's already, YouTube is awash with reviews on this already. I'm not sure I can add anything new to the dialogue around it. So I didn't review it, but the Sabretooth, I loved that Sabretooth, played with it loads, was doing all sorts of kind of stuff with Sabretooth and Mystique, and Sabretooth with obviously all my different Wolverines and stuff. Jono there, I've skipped every double pack, but would have picked up Strife, Sabretooth, Doc Ock, Video Carnage, and now this Punisher. So great job being counters. Yeah, absolutely. Now, interestingly enough, I've got the Strife. I bought the 5-pack box with no interest in, maybe a little bit of interest in random, but I'm looking up there because the box is on the shelf. But I got it super, super cheap from either In Demand or Kapow. They just clearanced them out for like nothing at all. It was an outrageous discount. I was like, I can't turn that down. So I got the Strife. It was still more than if I was buying Strife independently. But I keep meaning to, because I think there's a bit of demand for Pretty Boy, isn't there? I keep meaning to see if anybody wants the Pretty Boy off me. But yeah, absolutely. Getting back to the point, you're absolutely right. I think you and I see it the same way, that if they were to put them out as individual figures, I'd buy 3 individual figures that I want, but I won't get hostaged into 4 or 6. You go from 75 quid to 150, you double the cost. And I'm just not convinced that there's enough people like me and Venom who would say about this, well, I really want that Punisher, so I'm going to take the hit on the Bushwacker and put him in the Kit Bash box. But when you look at things like Lilandra and Brood Wolverine, if you don't want a Brood Wolverine, what do you do with it? It's not good Kit Bash fodder, is it? Or is it? Was the uniform all right? I don't know. Anyway. Connor there, shining away from 2-packs big time. Yeah, and it's not just Marvel Legends, of course. This 2-pack situation. I think the 2-packs in G.I. Joe Classified aren't too bad. But definitely the Black Series, hostage packages, definitely a thing. So all chat's moved on a bit from me. So Venom there. My only gripe with the Punisher is the weird happy skull design they gave him. Yeah, I think that's comic book accurate though, from the period that they're using. Like I say, I read it very early on for a bit, and then the Garth Ennis. So my interest in Punisher and Frank Castle is probably more from sort of 2010 onwards. Is that when Garth Ennis picked it up? I love that whole Max run that he did. I like Garth Ennis in general anyway. I just think he just goes there, doesn't he? So it's not the look for me, because Garth Ennis leads very much more into the more militaristic look and feel. But I've always wanted a Punisher. I've always wanted a Punisher in the collection. It's one of the few characters, he says, even though I'm obviously on the slippery slope, one of the few characters outside of the X-Men, the X-Family stuff. Lone Dragon's giving it a new not hostage pack, extortion packs. That's even better. In fact, we're going to go with that. So MoDXtra games and collectibles, viewing community. We're not going to say hostage packs, we're going to say extortion packs because I like Lone Dragon's turn of phrase on that better. Random had 3 barrels on his weird arm. Oh, right, okay. And how many's... oh, this guy's got 5. Right, Connor's going into lurking mode. Thank you very much, Connor. Eric there, I happen to have it here, and you're right, it's different sculpt. Random's arm doesn't look as unsettling. Yeah, I'm just glancing at the box. The figure is, if any of you guys watched my recent Man Cave tour, you'll see, in fact, there's a link to it. You'll see that I've got the boxes in this corner over here, and the Marvel Legends are at the back at the minute. I don't think hostage pack dudes would sell great, as if you really wanted the dud, you would more than likely want the star figure of the pack. Yeah, which is absolutely a great point. If you're buying a Bushwacker, if you're after a Bushwacker, then you're probably a big Punisher fan, comic book fan. You know what I mean? Flapple, just like the Joe 2 packs, $55, extra reused weapons. Yeah, which is true, actually. Yeah, the volume of weapon reuse in G.I. Joe, I've expressed a frustration myself with that before, but at least the character combinations make a little bit of sense, or they work as a 2-pack. So, like the Falcon Quarrel right now, it's a Night Force. Is it Night Force? Was it? Yeah, Night Force. No, Steel Brigade. It's a Steel Brigade 2-pack. They're both in the same kind of uniform look, so it makes sense. Or the Marauders, Mad Marauders, Low Light and Spirit, again, uniformal look. So these kind of makes a bit of sense in that respect. Lone Dragon, putting this out there for Lone Dragon. Speaking of splitting packs, does anyone have any ferret drivers for sale or trade? So there you go, Lone Dragon, put the word out for you. All right, here we go. While we're talking Marvel Legends, you know what really chaps my hide? No, I don't, Lone Dragon, but I can't wait to hear. I mean, in fact, I'm not even going to move on to McFarlane Toys until we've heard what chaps Lone Dragon's hide. Let's see how long it takes for him to give us the big reveal. I'm tentatively anxious as to what the response may be. No, I'll tell you what, because it's 20 past 11, I am going to still move us on. So next on the list, folks, bit of McFarlane Toys now. I've got 2 of Todd's lines to whinge about. First up, the Music Maniacs. So those of you who've been around for a while and watched my live streams will know that I had my eye on the Music Maniacs, and I said at the time when they put Ozzy and Alice Cooper and Eddie and stuff out that that I was hoping they'd do more kind of broad classic rock characters rather than just sort of sticking to the metal space. And it looks like they are opening up into the broader kind of classic rock space. They've got a Freddie and there's a Slash as well that we'll have a look in a minute. But before, get your votes in, by the way, folks. Is Freddie Mercury a purchase, which is vote space fried chicken, or is it a Pegwarmer vote break free? But let's find out what Lone Dragon's what's chapping his hide. The Zabu Wave, the most popular characters in the wave, is supposed to be the one that doesn't come with the bath piece. Should have been Cable and not the White Iron Man. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. And you're not the first person I've seen talk about that. Yeah, absolutely. If you need the bath piece, though, let me know. I bought a Cable, but I had no interest in any of the other figures, so I've got the Cable bath piece if you're after it. John, there. I love how Dwight referred to the gun in the Punisher pack as blasters. Yeah, they've got their the kind of their language policy, haven't they? Lone Dragon can't even buy a case because it goes with 2 of the stupid Iron Men. Yeah, there's too many Iron Men, but I get why they do so many. Now most people don't have a Cable, and the entire rest of the wave will shell form. Todd, seriously, dude, obsessed with posable statues. Yeah, I was going to mention that because that picture doesn't look too bad. That picture doesn't look too bad. I'd like him to produce a pack with those amp stacks in it. But oh man, I swear I forgot to turn the ads off again, guys. Someone's got to message me before I start the stream and tell me to turn the ads off, because it's probably doing you nothing. That's not too bad, but like pinned arms, that really old leg articulation. Do you know what I mean? Let me just wet my whistle there. Still, I think they're fairly reasonably priced. I did grab the link, actually. If anyone, someone go and have a quick look at that and just tell me. I've forgotten how much they cost, because I prepped up the stream ages ago and I didn't write it down on my notes. But when you actually stop and engage with it, I mean, I might go for it, because I love when I get the two things combined, but I'd be going for it knowing that I'm not entirely happy, and I would be using it just as a very simple display piece. I can't see much in the way of man-child playtime going on with this guy. Like, if I dug out one of my 6-inch scale guitars that I've got in the bits box, I'm not sure I could get it to work with the figure, you know what I mean? So if I wanted to set him up playing a bit of crazy little thing called Love, you know what I mean? And also, that picture there, if you, it's probably a bit too small for you guys to really engage with, but go and take a look. The face is problematic. Doesn't look too bad when you see it there. Definitely doesn't look too bad straight on in profile. But when you in that one there, where he's stepping forward, but you need to be able to get him into the. And why hasn't he got the yellow leather jacket on? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm pleased to see that Music Maniacs is stepping out of just heavy metal and doing something more broad and exciting. But when you compare it to, like, if you think about the NECA rock and roll figures I've got, like my NECA Jimmy Page, oh, beautiful. You know, let's see what everyone's got to say about this then. Let's do a quick run through. I hope you're all getting your votes in. Looks like Pegwarmer's in the lead. Low Dragon still getting it off his chest about the Zabu Wave. If cable was 2 to a case with no bath piece, everyone would be happy customers, and Hasbro. Yeah, it makes it. Again, there's a spreadsheet person in Hasbro somewhere who's making weird decisions around this stuff. John O'Redmond, not a fan of these Maniacs lines. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not without reservation. Venom here. I don't buy any McFarlane stuff. His figures are too weird and off scale for my collection. If there's any hostage in this context, it's the DC license. Well, yeah, but did you hear momentary tangent? I'm about to bring up a DC Multiverse figure in a sec. But there's a in Art Studios, I want to say, they did an offsite at San Diego Comic-Con. I saw, who did I see speaking about it? Dark Spider Dave. I saw talking about it, where they were showing off their. So they usually do the 1/6 scale, don't they? But they've started a 1/12 scale, and they're doing Batman characters, and they've got like the Arkham Knights game character. There's a few random, like the Batman Who Laughs and stuff. So they're not particularly DC comic book characters or non-comic book characters that I'm interested in at this stage. But they do. The sculpts on them look shit hot. I think they're going to be sort of Mayfair's prices, you know. But they did look good. So there is a bit of 6-inch competition in the DC space coming along. So keep an eye out. I'll see if... I was trying to find some decent promo pictures, but all I could find was other people's videos of the cabinets. And, you know, I don't like to do that too often, is grab other people's shit. I'll try. I'll have a look and see if I can get something together for next week. Lone Dragon, I'm thinking of boycotting that wave if I can't find a cable at MSRP or not too much over. Yeah, man, you're right. That's how you vote. Vote with your wallet. It's the only language they understand. It's the only language they understand over there. Why have hip joints and not knees? Or are there knees? There are knees. There are knees. They're just really crap. They're really crap knees. You can see there on that picture, there's a little bit of something going on. I mean, I do want the bath piece, but then my collection would still have no cable. All right, well, just It's not going anywhere. I've got it just randomly in a box hanging around. So you give me a shout if you do want the bath piece, and just sling with a couple of bucks or whatever it costs to post it out to you, and it's yours, man. Venom Fart Lane is a company I genuinely don't like. John O'Redmond. Todd doesn't have an exclusive license to DC characters, though. Mayfex and Revoltech make them too. Yeah, what we need, though, is we need a line in that lower budget band, don't we? Because after you mentioned it to me, John, I went, the Mayfex stuff catches my eye all the time. And I had a look at some of those Japanese sites that you were telling me about, and maybe I'll grab one. I'll mention one in particular in a minute. I love the look of the what was it that caught my eye? The Cyborg Death of Superman. The Return of Superman looked brilliant, great, looked very, very sexy looking figure. But even at the import prices, I was like, I just haven't quite got the money this month. But it is my birthday. Very soon, super soon, in fact, tomorrow. So if I get a bit of money off my parents or something, I might treat myself. But yeah, we need something more in that sort of 25, 30 buck line, don't we? That will compete. What Hasbro is demonstrating, for all their faults, they're demonstrating what is the art of possible with 6-inch sculpting and 6-inch articulation. So, yeah, I don't know. Or like, if you look at Jada Toys, for example, look what they're doing. And if Jada Toys got their hands on the DC license, imagine what they could do. They would be outstanding. I'd be very happy with that. Right, I'm not keeping up with chat again, am I? Because I'm going off on my own little tangents. Here's Slash, by the way, folks. I'll just... I'm not sure the polling thing's working, is it? It's not giving it an extra bit of... Je ne sais quoi. I don't think. Yeah, let me know at the end, but I'm not feeling it as much. But there's the poll vote for Slash anyway, if anyone's interested. Yeah, Kenner style hips. That's right, Eric. Yeah, which just does. Why are we going backwards like that? You know what I mean? Yeah, Venom saying they're quite scarce. They're not mass market. Yeah, that's so me and Venom are a like mind on that. Seems pretty mental to kind of give articulation on Freddie, but to cheap out and make it useless. Yeah, which is like the Todd McFarlane way, isn't it? That's just the Todd McFarlane way. Oh, $25, really? See, like $19.99, sort of 20 or below. But at that price, I do like this Slash though. Freddie's one thing, but I do like this Slash. The face sculpt is a lot better on the Slash as well, but that's possibly because the sunglasses and the hair obscure a large amount of it. Oh, you fill your boots, Lone Dragon. Do not worry about it. It's good with us. Johnny. Oh, so Johnny, you've seen the in-art figures. Look amazing, but what price? They charge $1,000 for some of the 12-inch figures. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think the video I watched by Dark Spider Dave mentioned it. Don't think they mentioned the price at this point. But you're right. Yeah, I would suspect we'd be looking at what more the 60 to 70, maybe even higher. I don't know if they would go as far as like. Oh Jesus! I've just had a late night brain fart. You know that other one. Shit it out, Chris. Fuck me. Who done the Dick Tracy and the flat top and the classic look with the soft goods? Fuck me. SH Figuarts. Is it SH Figuarts I'm thinking of? Oh Jesus! What time is it? Oh, it's 11:30. No wonder I can't remember the names of shit. Now, this always happens to me, doesn't it? There's a point in the stream where I just start forgetting shit and tripping over my words. So Venom's just saying with the shipping, the Mayfex stuff is still quite expensive, but he wants to go check it out. Yeah, so in art, but they're part of another studio. So if you go to Dark Spider Dave's channel, is his name Dark Spider Dave? I don't know. The dude who does Batman and Spider-Man reviews. And with the glasses and the quiff. And he's done a video on it. He says, "Oh, I got invited to this off-site," and he shows off some stuff. They had some Walking Dead figures as well, and something else. I can't quite remember. Lone Dragon here. My problem with McFarlane is he makes like 3 different colour versions of each character, and the only one that looks good to me is always the version that's impossible to find. Yeah, and in fact, I've got a half-written script right now for a video that I've been planning for a little while. On the subject of like chase variants and things, because it's actually a subject that I feel quite strongly about. Being a trading card collector as well for years, chase variants is like the bane of trading card stuff. But yeah, there it is. That's my chase variant thought script. If anyone's interested, just not quite put the finishing touches on it. I'll tell you what as well. That chase variants video, what it needs is what does it need? Wrestling figures. There's a whole chase variant thing in wrestling figures that I don't know a lot about, so I need to conduct a bit more research or to pick somebody's brain, or get someone to send me over a video clip from their perspective or something. Anyway, it's on its way, because I agree, is what I'm basically saying, Lone Dragon. In classic Chris fashion, I said 50 words instead of the 10 that could have got there. Jono, I've got that Cyborg Superman. It's fucking epic figure, and this is from a total non-Superman fan. Yeah, it looks great, and like the Superboy from that. I'd love to have the 4 Supermen. Death and Return of Superman was like a big period of my comic book reading life in the 90s, and just good quality 4 of them: a Steel, a Superboy, the Cyborg Superman, and the Eradicator Superman would be just a nice little like mini set for me, for sure. Chris, I don't know if you saw my post on the Discord for the National Defender, but it looks like a hell of a Superman. It's very Frank Miller inspired, but it looks fan-fucking-tastic. I didn't see your post, but I have seen it knocking around. Similar to, but legally indistinct from. I like that rabbit guy. I don't know the character at all, but if the rare variant was readily available, I've got him. Chase variants. Well, maybe if I struggle to get the pre-recorded video version done, maybe we'll make it a stream chat subject, and I'll get together some examples. But it's McFarlane that triggered me. Thinking of picking that old Charlotte because the next figure they're doing is the Dark Knight-ish Batman. I'll be keeping an eye on that too. Yeah, we're all peg-warmering on these. They're definitely not. We're not even talking. It's had that much of a positive impact on us that we're not even talking about the slash that's on screen right now. Anyway, carrying on with McFarlane. Huntress. Well, they released a batch of 4. They had a couple of obscure Green Lantern figures. And then the Huntress. The Huntress caught my eye because this is a character. I love Gail Simone's run on Birds of Prey, and having been a long-time Batman reader, obviously Huntress is a character. One of my all-time favourite kind of batches of miniseries are the 3 Robin miniseries, actually, and the Huntress featured very heavily in one of those. No, sorry, this caught my eye, folks. My guess is 200 to 300 for the 6-inch in-art figures, Chris. Hope as fuck I'm wrong, as that Batman looks amazing. Well, if it is, then I'm definitely out. I really fancied the... oh, Jesus Christ. The Rob Liefeld caught my eye. Oh, shit. I shouldn't stream so late, should I? The ones I talked about weeks ago. But they were like 70, and that's just slightly, the most I'll go to, like a £50. Yeah, some months I can sort of justify a 50, maybe 60 if it's a double pack, or if I can really see the value. Like, I don't mind. I've got my NECA stuff, and I don't mind going up to 35 if I think the sculpt is really good. Happy birthday, Chris. Oh, everyone's out. Yeah, I didn't bring it up to get all this. Wrestling figures, Hit or Trav Moody from A Toy Kind of Mood. Oh, yeah, does he do some wrestling stuff? I only kind of know those guys from their G.I. Joe Classified stuff. They're the ones making the Gandalf 112. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I think that was the other one. Walking Dead, Lord of the Rings, and Batman. Oh, I've not even activated the Huntress poll. I think the poll idea is one that I'll knock on the head for the future. I thought it might have been. Maybe if we got started earlier and we didn't lose half the audience troubleshooting a broken thing. Anyway, so the Huntress. But look at the state of this. Look at the Azrael in blue armor. That was exactly the one that caught my eye. That got the chase variant thing going on. Yeah, this is total lame duck, isn't it? Yeah, just look at the state of it. Like, the face looks fucking atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. It's probably on the Catwoman book, which means it'll look like she's wearing the most enormous adult nappy known to man. It's a good choice for Huntress' character. It's the classic 90s look, which appeals to me. But it's also a McFarlane Collector Edition, which means it's probably going to be closer to the 30 quid mark. And again, not to like hammer home the message, but I think you guys are all of a like mind to me on this. You can't charge 30 quid for 7-inch figures that are still pinned with face sculpts that look like fucking plasticine work that my kids have done. With loads of corners cut, paint outs missing, you know, all that kind of stuff. When I can go and get myself a G.I. Joe Classified for 25 and have a bucket ton of accessories, and not worthless accessories like fucking trading cards, that have a lot of play potential but look great. Even Marvel Legends, one thing I'm always appreciative of is the head sculpts. They do good head sculpts, you know? Or again, Jada Toys. I will always go back to Jada Toys for Street Fighter because it shows what's possible at that price bracket. You know what I mean? Poll is good, but yes or no, mate. Yeah, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Fair feedback. I'd say that on board. Lone Dragon. I swear I saw a light blue version when I searched online, so I thought that was the one he wanted and left it on the shelf. Yeah, we're talking about the Azrael there. Yeah, so the blue armor one is the chase, and the red armor one is the main line, isn't it? If is that right? McFarlane needs someone else to work on head sculpts. So this is the thing, though, right? This is the thing, Eric. When I first started picking up DC Multiverse, and when I think about like the mega figs, I really love my Clayface, my Bane, my Lobo. They look great. The sculpting is brilliant. Logo's got a bit of a weird paint application thing, but the head sculpt's a good sculpt. The detail in the sculpting is good. The fabric texture in the uniform, there was good sculpting. And then just as time's gone on and more corners are getting shortcut, and he's reusing that kind of spandex male buck all the time, it's getting worse and worse. I feel like it's descended in quality, and the head sculpts and the overall head sculpt quality is where it's all gone wrong. I don't understand what's happening. I can only imagine it's a cost thing. Todd's price is getting too close to naked. Yeah, absolutely. And that would be fine if the quality, like the evolution, like find me a DC Multiverse figure now that has evolved, moved forward, improved the line, contributed in a better way, and but still has that kind of sculpting philosophy, the kind of more statuesque with a bit of articulation philosophy, as my Bane figure has, or my Lobo figure has, you know? Or what else? There's a couple of early ones that I really quite liked. But then when I look at Wonder Woman's face from some angles, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. And that cost me 35 quid to get hold of that Wonder Woman because I really wanted to complete my sort of holy DC trinity. It's not good enough. I cancelled loads of DC Multiverse pre-orders. She looks like she's sucking on a lozenge. I'm glad you said lozenge. Hey, G-Force is here. Hi, G-Force. That's why third-party stuff is really taking off. Venom 6-inch Hot Toy level figures for 50 to 80 quid is just awesome value, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, that's still slightly a bit too much for my desired budget space. But I get what you're saying. Lone Dragon there, yeah, so the red is apparently the regular, but the blue chase looks purple to me. Doesn't help that when I tried searching for variants online, I found a picture of a light blue version and a black version. Yeah, although that Azrael is another example where the Mayface version looks great. I couldn't afford it at the time, but it does look great. Jono there. I think Todd is putting out way too many items these days. The quality is just not possible with an output like that. Yeah, well, it's funny because when I came to like this week, I thought, oh, I'll do another new release roundup. Go back to a bit of a more traditional roundup of the news or things that caught my eye. And there's always loads of McFarlane stuff going on. I could absolutely cover McFarlane without a doubt every single week, but I think that is affecting the quality of the product. You're absolutely right. It's quantity over quality enormously, and then when you throw in all these mad repaints and glow in the dark and what have you, it's just a constant stream, and perhaps he's overstretched himself. Yeah, I think that may be. That may well be the case. I think that would be, we've got nothing to judge it by, but I think that would be a fair assumption. GeForce, I agree, Chris. Very picky with DC Multiverse. One comes out every now and again. Yeah, that's it. But I feel like the earlier ones were a better quality. When I look at, so again, talking about Wonder Woman, when I look at the Wonder Woman head sculpts on the weird, wacky, fucking dark metal Wonder Womans and what have you, those head sculpts are better than the core mainline classic look Wonder Woman figure. But that was put out as a Platinum Collector's Edition, and so he charged more. Yeah, I mean, the extra accessories and stuff were good, the shield, the sword, the lasso of truth and all that. But the head sculpt quality was less good than the original. All right, my friends, I have to drop and start making dinner for the family. Yeah, no worries, Eric. Take it easy, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I'll catch you next time, my friend. I get that they're pricey, Chris, but when you get the perfect version of the character in question, you never need to buy another version of the character, which is something Marvel Legend figures suffer from. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a fair point. I suppose it's more about a snapshot in time when I make a decision as to what I've got in the wallet, than it is necessarily a criticism. Yeah, GeForce is with us. Stretched too thin. Poor QC. Yeah. It's all good. Maybe it's still there. Maybe it's not. Need an excuse to go all the way across town again. Anyway, you're pretty sure the girl working at GameStop next door was making eyes at me. Wow. If you can make it a 2-for-1 on a day's success there, Lone Dragon, then you ought to. All right, well, there's Huntress. What's the poll coming at? Pegwarmer. We're peg warming all round today. So I've only got one more. And would you believe I'm going to talk about a Star Wars Black Series figure? I cover Star Wars Black Series that infrequently on the channel that I actually had to make that little logo title card fresh when I was prepping the stream up. Yesterday. I've got a McFarlane one, I've got a Marvel Legends one, I've got a G.I. Joe Classified one, got a Street Fighter 2 Jada Toys one. But I didn't have a Black Series one. I had to actually make that. But the figure in question, here it is. just to stoke a final bit of controversy to wrap things up at the end here. The new Darth Maul, which went up for pre-order today. When I prepped my notes up, it said Winter 2024, but it went up for pre-order today. Now, I'm seeing out and about a lot of folks being like, oh, no cloth cape and the San Diego Comic-Con, and why would you do this one so soon after the San Diego Comic-Con and stuff? But you know what? I think I might buy this one. Darth Maul is one of the very few exceptions in the the prequel trilogy space where I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. I've got a bit of a thing for the bad boy Siths. And I actually quite like this one because, as I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of soft goods necessarily all the time. I'm not the, oh shit, Jono's right in there. Peg warm it. But I actually, controversially, hot take, I quite like this. I just like that it's a simple one. I think, has he got the new, the double, went too far around. Has he got the new double elbows? That was something I meant to look into, actually, but I forgot. But yeah, with the double elbows, the lightsaber and stuff. I actually quite like it because I would go for it without the bike and the cloth cape, and the fact that you could separate the lightsaber. And if he's got the double elbows, could possibly do with a butterfly joint. Has he got a butterfly joint? Oh Jesus, keep going the wrong direction. Yeah, I don't know if he's got a butterfly joint. John there. Third time this new Maul has been released. Zero reason not to come with the soft goods that came with the other two releases. Except for the fact that there's weird outliers like me out there who would rather it without the soft goods cape, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine me rushing out or pre-ordering it, but it's definitely a figure that if I was... Because the likelihood is that it will peg warm and I might be able to pick it up. You know, it's kind of one of those... when I'm in town, nip into game, see if they've got it going for 13, 14, 15 quid rather than 25 or whatever. But I think I might get myself a Darth Maul. You know, I've got the original trilogy guys that I like. There's a few in there. Although I haven't got a Leia yet. I feel like I need an Empire Strikes Back Leia. You know. But I didn't want the bike, didn't want the Pro Droid. I'm not the biggest fan of soft goods in that sort of Black Series cheap and cheerful soft goods kind of way. I like it like my M Bison when it's good and well wired. But so yeah, controversially, I think I'm in the minority here. I kind of like this one, just to be a bit contrary with the community there. G-Force, it has a cup in the shoulder, but that doesn't mean butterfly joint. Yeah, it could just be the rotating pegs, yeah. Who knows? All right, 2 votes in. It's 50-50 there. One purchase, one peg warm. And there we go. That was all the ones. I'm back round to the beginning. That was all the ones I had as a for the show and tell. Let's see what John has got. Like all the Jedi Acolyte figures that came with soft goods, but not a Maul. And the second version of that version of Maul, BS have released. Yeah, I suppose the thing is, if you like, I'm not, because I'm so sort of my interest in Black Series has diminished so much that I'm only paying like a quarter of an amount of attention to it. That if I just see a picture of one like this and I go, oh, I like that one better than the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That's enough for me now with the line, isn't it? Just one figure every now and again, just to keep the hand in, because it's a character I like. Like if they did a who is it? I mean, like that Prince Izor from the Expanded Universe. Like I used to love the Timothy Zahn novels back in the day, so I'm eagerly anticipating that one. Would I buy an IG-11 if it had sound effects? Yes. Very good. All right, well let's move away from Black Series before we give poor Jono an aneurysm on the Black Series though. Well, there we go. An extra long stream tonight with 2 false starts rolling in. The microphone troubleshooting issues from earlier. But thank you for your help and your patience with that, guys, because you were all awesome. Oh, Chris, that's just... I'm so out with Black Series, I packed mine up to reuse their display safe. Well, there you go. Yeah, it just goes to show. But you know what? That's the thing, though. If it's not... you know, and that's okay, isn't it? That's okay. If you're out with it, you're out with it. There's no shortage of... It's a golden age for us at the minute. There's no shortage of lines to engage with. We're all big man-child nerds who worship at the broad church of nerddom, so there's plenty of IPs that we're passionate about, that we enjoy, that we get excited for, that will entertain us in our man-child play states. So why not? Yeah, pack them up if they're no good to you. I've been half toying around with binning off my McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse stuff and just keeping a few select ones that I really like and binning off the rest. And actually, I think because they're getting so difficult to get hold of, some of those would probably fetch me a pretty penny on the secondary market, to be fair. to then buy him affects with. Lone Dragon there. It's all good, man. The bonus 45 minutes comedy at the beginning was brilliant. Yeah, I'll probably private these 2 videos though and not let them just sit in the library. Although I think I can edit in the YouTube studio afterwards, so I might do that. Do a little edit. Yeah, fucking OBS. So the conclusion of that is obviously that the OBS update that I did randomly reactivated an input. But why is it? I'm not even going to start again. Oh, my last word on it is like, why is that mic input not showing in my audio mixer? That's the bit I need to figure out. Is like, if it's there, then why is it not showing in my audio mixer? Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, great stream, even with the mic issues. I appreciate that, my mum. Leave the settings alone. That's it. I'm going to save them as they are. And the problem is, in the pressure of the moment, you do that scattershot troubleshooting. I think I mentioned at the time, actually, that you then start to forget what steps you've followed to... I should have just done what Venom said in the first place. Well, okay, yeah, GeForce. Freaking Hasbro Pulse got me this week. TVC Jabba set, not expected until September, but they are shipping early and charged my account today. Funds are tight for the rest of the week. Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? That really sucks. It's like, and it's sweet and sour. It's you know, it's a blessing and a curse, because you're excited about that. Oh, I'm going to get my hands on this thing that I liked and I wanted early, but then like you say, you know, you look at the bank balance, you go, oh, balls. But yeah, it's not the right time. I hadn't really planned for that out the blue. The same happens when they delay stuff too, doesn't it? That does my nut in. Like Warbird, I was expecting Warbird around now. Or Operation Monster Force, they've been, they said mid-August, and like here we are on the 13th and nothing. And you can't, how do you plan around that? It's not good for the customers. But then equally, I'm not insensitive to the manufacturers' problems with their supply chain, the storage, shipping, etc. So he's gonna fiddle with them. I so know he will. I will. If it's in a good state now, the only thing that I need to do, there is one thing I do need to do. So in my audio input, I usually have a couple of filters applied to the microphone just to make the sound a little bit better. But I have them saved. I've got the whatever you call them, the plugins. They're saved. I've got them. So I just need to reinstall the plugins and that'll be fine, because they've disappeared in the update as well. Lone Dragons, he's just got hit with his once a man, about to get a silence launch. You managed to get one as well, Lone Dragon. Congratulations. Jono, 10 years IT, they always fiddle with the settings and lie about it. Not me. I'll be back next Tuesday being like, guys, so... oh, dear. Printers. Oh, printers, yeah. Reset the printers. I'm not too bad. In my defense, in my minimal defense, I'm not too bad. I'm reasonably, you know, as far as picnic challenges go, I'm not too bad. I'm savvy enough. But what I'm not good at is when I'm good at using the end product. I've got a good understanding and a reasonable use of the end product, but then when the end product's not working and I need to lift the lid, that's when it goes apart. Because what I'm not so great at is understanding, you know, what's going on behind the front panel kind of thing. So I'm not too bad with like engaging with user interfaces and stuff, and understanding my technology. But it's when things like today go wrong, I'm like, well, hang on a minute, I need to troubleshoot through this. But the you know, I kept saying the audio mixer is showing just this one input, so it should just be this one input, and that's the bit that's concerning me, is that we've disabled it in the Windows settings, but yeah, anyway. You got me. I don't know what to tell you.
Right, guys. Well, it's nearly midnight, so I'm going to wrap that up there. But thank you. It's a pleasure as always. You're honestly the best community in the world. To have the patience with someone who's looking to live stream and to help out in the way that you did. I really appreciate it. You're rock solid. I'll be back I might be back next Tuesday. So just a word of warning to the wise. I'll put a post out. I got a long weekend away. So it's going to be a bit quiet on the channel. I've got a long weekend away. The laptop is actually going into the repairman, but that's unrelated. I'm just getting a new set of fans put in because the fans are fucked, and I'm just having some more memory put in it to solve my memory problems right now. But it's going into the shop. So if they get it done while I'm away from a long weekend and I can pick it up and everything, I'll be back on Tuesday. If they're not, then just keep an eye out on my posts. I'll put something out to give a heads up, but it's definitely going to be a bit quiet. Nothing on the channel for at least 5 or 6 days now. I've also got a funeral and we're getting a dog. Family dog is arriving next week, the new family dog. So it's all go in this house. So we'll just see how things are going on that front. But otherwise, an absolute pleasure, gents. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. I love you as always.